Alright, now in this lecture video we're going to look to see how to use SAS to perform FRIEDMAN'S test. And this one is not going to be as straightforward. This is going to take some programming effort. We're going to show this by redoing example 4.1 using FRIEDMAN'S test to analyze data from an experiment in randomized complete blocks, the purpose of which is to compare 5 weed killers. So again, this is an analysis of variance type of situation. In the parametric setting, at least, we would use analysis of variance, all right, to compare 5 groups, 5 weed killers, 5 populations. The difference between this and, say, applying the Kruskal-Wallis test is that in this experiment, we've got randomized complete blocks. So we've got a different design than in the other examples. The other examples had a completely randomized design. This experiment has a randomized complete block design. And remember, in order to make valid inferences, you have to properly take into account the design of the experiment. Okay. So an experiment was conducted to compare the effectiveness of 5 weed killers. 3 plots of ground were available for the study. Each plot was divided into 5 strips. Strips within plots were homogeneous, whereas strips between plots were heterogeneous. Therefore, the plots were treated as blocks, and a randomized complete block design was used for the experiment. And so in order to, again, make valid inferences, we have to take that blocking into account. Now, within each block, each weed killer was randomly assigned to one strip. The weed killers were applied to their assigned strips, and at the end of the study, the percentage of weeds killed was recorded. So that response variable that's measured is the percentage of weeds that were killed. Now, because percentages such as this can be non-normal and will have heterogeneous variances when percentages vary, the constant variance assumption that is built into the standard ANOVA would appear to be violated. And so instead of using ANOVA, and instead of trying some other approach where we, for example, transform the response, we're going to use a non-parametric test instead. So the question to be answered is whether there is sufficient evidence at the 0.05 level of significance to conclude that the weed killers differ in their effectiveness. And so the hypotheses to be tested, the null hypothesis being that the 5 populations are equal, right? The 5 weed killers are equivalent, the same, they're equal in terms of their ability to kill the weeds, against the alternative that they're not all the same, that at least one of the weed killers is different than the rest, either in positive direction or negative direction. They're more effective or less effective, but there's a difference somewhere. Okay, so here are the data that we had before, all right? And so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time looking at this, but this is just the same presentation we had before. And the values that we're going to use, the percentages, are these values that are not in parentheses. So the response variable is, the values would be 16, 1, 16, 4, and 4 for block 1. For block 2, for the 5 weed killers, 51, 29, 24, and so forth. And so going into the SAS program, all right, this is the section of the code where I'm inputting the data. All right, so I've got to have, in this case, I've got to have a variable for the block, all right, which is that first variable, and that's numeric. Then the second variable is the treatment, TRT, all right, the type of weed killer, and so I've got those values entered. And then the response variable I'm just calling response. And so those are the values in that third column. So 16, 1, 16, 4, and 4, and so forth. Now, notice I've got an instruction here. You would type in your name right here. I think I'll show you that right now. Let me bring this up in SAS. All right, and so there are at least 2 different versions of FRIEDMAN'S test. The version that we have presented, that I presented to you in the lectures, is a version that is based on an F-test. There is another version of the FRIEDMAN'S test that is based on a chi-square test. Now, the version that I've presented to you, the version based on the F-test, is a better test. It's more powerful, and so that is why I have presented it to you. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is because there is a FRIEDMAN'S test in SAS, but it's not the same FRIEDMAN'S test. All right, and so if I were to utilize that test and we try to compare results, we would get a different answer because it's using a different form of the test statistic. So it's not an equivalent test. We get numerically different values for the test statistic as well as the p-value. All right. So again, what I want to do, I want to try to use SAS to do the Friedman's test that I presented to you in class. All right. Let me say that again. My goal here is to use SAS to implement to perform the Friedman's test as I presented it to you in the lecture. The problem is that that version of the test is not built into SAS that I can find. All right, and so what I had to do was I had to write my own version, and it's not hard to do. It's fairly straightforward, but in order to make it easier to use, I've encapsulated that SAS code into a macro. And so this is the type of program that I will load onto Moodle so that you can access it. And there's a lot of code down here. Here we're entering the data, all right? So the way that you would use this, let me just start there. The way that you would use this program is first you would type in your name here, all right? So let's say here that John Doe. And then what you would do then, after you do that, is you would enter your data, all right, here in the data set. Now, notice that the instructions here. Enter your data here, but do not change the variable name. So do not change the block name, do not change the treatment name, do not change the response variable name, all right? But do enter the data, okay, as you have them in this format. Okay, so you enter your data, and then we scroll down and look at this. This is a very important instruction right here. Don't change anything below here. All right? There's nothing down below that you need to change. Now, I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to kind of bypass stuff. You can see there's stuff going on. There's stuff going on. Okay, we don't need to pay too much attention to this. But what I want to show you is that that is the statement that gets invoked. So this is the name of the macro that I've written that encapsulates. So that macro right there, that macro name encapsulates all of this processing. And again, it's not complicated at all, right? I'm just doing some processes, some analyses, some data stepping and stuff. And I am encapsulating all of that in the context of this macro name. And then when I run this, so what's going to happen is it's going to run the macro. All right, so let me see here. Let me run this. And so then we get some results. And so that is, let me switch back over, okay, to slide. And so here is the inputting of the data, and then this is the invocation of the macro to do the Friedman test. All right, and basically the output, the primary output that we're looking for is right here. Okay, so this is the Friedman test for comparing treatments or populations using data from a randomized complete block design. And this is telling us how many treatments there are. There are 5 levels of treatment, right? There were 5 weed killers. There are 3 blocks. The value of the test statistic calculated by this procedure is 4.84. Now remember that the reference distribution for evaluating this test statistic is the F distribution, okay? And associated with an F distribution is what's called a numerator degree of freedom and then a denominator degree of freedom. And we've got 2 numerator degrees of freedom associated with this test and 8 denominator degrees of freedom. And then the p-value turns out to be 0.0419, rounded to 4 decimal places. All right, and so we know that based on that, we would reject the null hypothesis at the 0.05 level of significance. Now, when we did this by hand, all right, let's compare these results to what we got when we did it by hand. Well, our test statistic using this macro developed in SAS is 4.84. And when we did it by hand, we also got 4.84. And back when we did it by hand, we denoted the test statistic by T star. Now the critical point for the test, for a 0.05 level test, right, when you've got 2 numerator and 8 denominator degrees of freedom, that critical point is 3.84. And so since 4.84 is greater than 3.84, the rejection criterion has been met. And therefore, we would reject the null hypothesis and conclude that differences do exist among the 5 populations with 5 weed killers. So there is sufficient evidence at the 0.05 level of significance to conclude that differences do exist in the effectiveness of the 5 weed killers. All right, now this macro that I've written at this point does not produce box plots. I may add that here at some point. But again, to invoke this, all you need to do, well, this is all that needs to be done. And really, when I load this program into Moodle, the only thing you'll have to do is to make sure that you enter your data correctly. And then put your name here. And what that, by putting your name there, what that will do is it will include that down here in this row, right? It says the program was run by John Doe, which is the name that we put in there, on this date. In fact, you don't even have to scroll down below this line right here. Okay, all you've got to do is enter your data and enter your name. Okay, so that is the end of this example. That's showing how to perform the Friedman test in SAS. Remember, there is a Friedman test in SAS, but it's a different version of the Friedman test that we've looked at. It's not equivalent, right? It's a chi-square test rather than an F test, and it's not as powerful as the one we've looked at. So I've given you the better test, the more powerful test. That better test that we've looked at does not appear to be built into SAS. And so what I've done, and what you can do as well, but look, when you get familiar with SAS, you can write your own macros to do analyses. If there's an analysis that you want to do that is not built into SAS, you may very well be able to program that into SAS using a macro. Now, if SAS has the functionality already, if it already has that analysis built in, then I would encourage you not to reinvent the wheel. Don't waste time trying to code something up that already exists, because not only do you have to code it up, but you've got to QC it and all that kind of thing, right? I mean, it's just much more straightforward, and it's much safer to utilize a procedure that SAS has already developed. But one of the interesting things about this example here is that in this particular test is it gives us an opportunity to see how we can utilize SAS in a little bit non-standard way by creating our own macro for an analysis. So that is the end of this example. It's the end of this lecture video. All right, to show you how we could, if we wanted to, perform Friedman's test in SAS.